Hello everybody, welcome back. This hour's match, again, is a twofer. We have, on this channel, SNIF versus osur. And over on Infantry Open 2, we have Tide versus Shuffle. I am your caster, Gelos. I'm going to be doing the SNIF osur one. Gumbo's over there on Infantry Open 2 doing the Tide Shuffle one. Feel free to hop back and forth or have them both open. They're both promising matches there. All right, so as I've already mentioned, SNIF versus osur today. Let's go over these rosters. This is a pretty good lineup here. So for the SNIF team, it looks like they've actually gotten everybody registered on the script and ready to go, so I can actually talk about who specifically is playing. Today we're going to have Yogan Nut Nakame, might not be name changed just yet, so I'll go over that one again later. Nyawei, Jack the Crack, It's Fenrir, and Igamel. So good, strong lineup. One thing to note, on the bottom right there, you'll see they are playing VS, something that not a lot of teams have been playing, weirdly enough. I don't think there's really too much wrong with the VS faction. It just seems like everybody seems to be very comfortable with the TR guns, maybe. So that's just the way it's been playing out most of the time. So it is actually going to be a VS and in C match, not too much of a surprise there. That GD7 is very hard to give up, and some maps as well with the LA play comes very, very in handy there when you have that GD7. So for the osur team, we have them actually. They're actually on the script as well. So we've got Steven the Better, Sylvanius, Mentality, Ascendance, Pablo, and Mo Cheesy. This is actually probably one of their stronger lineups, if I were to guess, because this has some pretty strong, heavy presence. As well as potentially some pretty decent bolter presence as well. We will see, though. We will see. One thing to note is the lack of LA presence from really either side, potentially. And that is because we're actually playing on Rashnu today. So for Rashnu, it is mostly a either heavy or bolter can be pretty strong on here too kind of map. But LAs can be played. I wouldn't be too surprised if we saw an LA, but they're more of a harasser role, more of just kind of to back off an enemy team coming in from spawn. They're not so much for, big, heavy frag power. This is a very quick map. It's one of the fastest maps in the tournaments in general, really. So we can expect a lot of kills from both sides because your respawn is going to be extremely quick. And in fact, go right into the in-game screen. Make sure everything is also working real quick. Yeah, it looks like everything is looking good on OBS there. So this is Rashnu live. This is how the spawn works. There is going to be one bus on that northern side, one bus on the southern side. It's very, very symmetrical, as opposed to Chak, which is an extremely asymmetrical map. This one plays fairly similarly from both sides. So it looks like we're going to have SNIF here on that northern side. Meanwhile, osur on the southern area down there. Now again, not really a lot of LA presence usually expected on this map. So the roof, while it does have a good amount of cover up here, don't expect too much to be happening. What we're going to be seeing a lot of, however, is dubs pushes and side door pushes. The occasional door 1 and door 6 push as well, as these are great angles to sort of push in from to try and take that upper area. This upper, the second floor here, is actually fairly important to how the map plays out, so you cannot ignore it. It is an actual, it's an area where you can really kind of get a lot of map control. You can't get the point. That's only on the bottom floor. But if you can clear out the top floor, you can do drop downs. You can hold from the stairway. You can see just how much is actually covered by those two rails there. And it's basically a head glitch too. So it is something that you have to worry about if you're just going to be covering on bottom point here. So you can see here as well. Lots of little corners here on that bottom area, but just there's a ton of coverage there if you get a lot of drop downs, and you can only stick maybe one person safely in your corner cubby back here, so you got to be very careful with that. Now the small differences with both sides only really has to do with hold on one moment, just see if that was a ref. Might have been no, we're fine. Okay, Now, the bottom area here has some very minor differences. Looks like, I think this is the SNIF side. You can see here, fairly open here when they come into their side door. There's a couple areas here where you can head glitch and sort of hold the corner, but it's not super strong in general to sort of hold onto this, because you're going to expect a lot more than just one guy to be coming in that side door. So, you know, 2 people come in, you might be able to pick one, but you're probably going to get picked here even if you're holding on this angle. But you do also have this little head glitch here for if you're, say, the SNIF side, you can hold on to here, get a little bit more coverage for if anybody drops down. So just some small differences there. On the other side, this actually has a little bit more cover if you're trying to do a spawn lock. Say if you are SNIF, you want to spawn lock out osur, you do have a little bit right here to keep them outside the side door, as well as this little head glitch here. Also very dangerous, you got to be careful of that. But it also can be used in reverse. osur, they do get a little bit more cover as they enter the door. They can use that same kind of thing as they breach in. They don't have to worry too much, not nearly rather as much as the other side would when it comes to actually having some cover as they push in. Now, on the top floor, this is sort of the bread and butter of this map. This is where you're going to see a lot of the fairly important action happening. Whoever controls this top floor gets a ton of map control over the entire thing. Let me just let them know that the caster is good to go. So we're gonna be keeping an eye out to see who can maintain top floor control. You know, it can be used extremely effectively. So you gotta be careful if you're not getting that full top floor control. You're really not getting building control. Now again, respawns are extremely fast on this one, so you're not going to be expecting you know, like a full 30 to 15 seconds of sort of regroup time. You're probably going to only expect about 5 seconds. If a team gets wiped out, it's only going to take a few more seconds for them to come right back in, and this is going to happen a lot. This map plays the fastest, if not second fastest, maybe with Paris also being pretty quick of the turning. So let me just make sure these aren't. All right. Now, I think we're just getting ready to go here. We're just going to be waiting on the ref call. Whenever that ends up happening. We actually might be waiting on osur, was it? Ah, okay. Yeah, it looks like I think we are waiting on osur. So, just another minute here or so. As I've already stated, osur is bringing a pretty good lineup. Sylvanius, pretty decent heavy, as well as Steven the Better was actually doing quite well as well. So we're going to be expecting some Steven the doing pretty good today. Hopefully, anyway. Because this is a heavy map. This is a heavy-centric map. You definitely want to be bringing out your good heavies there. So I'm very excited to see, however, how sort of SNIF comes in as well. I don't think I've casted too much of SNIF, so they're a little bit more. I usually rely on my co-cast to tell me a little bit more about the teams that I know a little bit less about. So unfortunately, I can't tell you who to look out for the SNIF side. I know about the osur side. I've casted a couple of their matches. The SNIF side, unfortunately, I think I've only maybe casted like 1 or 2 of their matches. All right, so we're going to be starting at about 45 seconds on this tick. 40 more, actually. So we will start off by watching the osur side. We'll see if anybody plays something surprising, an LA maybe, or even a bolt would also be very good here. You can see, again, that run time, very, very short.
15.
This opener is going to be fairly important. It is going to get them control for probably about 20, 30
5,
seconds
4,
on that map,
3,
that point control,
2,
depending on how
1,
well they hold building.
Start.
So we'll see. So I do see a bolt there. That is going to be Jack the Crack. The rest all heavies, not too unexpected here on the SNIF side. SNIF going straight upstairs, doing a little bit of damage there off the dubs. I did hear a silenced ghost. Ooh, looks like Gamel getting taken out early. That is Ascendance outside with the bolt. Good push here by Mentality. Oh, you know, I say that, but I don't think he checked both corners. Sylvania's going straight in as well. Another kind of a risky push here. Very low shield. He is going to take one, but he gets flanked from the back end. There is still one more player up here. That is Steven the Better. Can he get him? He gets a lot of damage, and he takes him there with the Kami. Oh, I was about to say, can he get another one? So that is SNIF with just a little bit of a win on the opener. They did get point control as well as a few more points on that opener. 7-5 right now in favor of SNIF. Now we're getting a little damage there. Oh, but Ascendance taking Jack the Crack. Ascendance with another. A double so far by that bolt. Ascendance is going to be one to look out for here on the osur side. He was playing very well from the matches I've watched. He is someone who can flick extremely well. So we'll see just how well he plays this out on Rashnu, something that is a little bit quicker than all the other maps that he's been playing. Steven the Better here, getting away. Gets a little time on point as well. Takes out Fenrir with the additional crossfire of Sylvania. So far looking good here for the osur team. They're still down by 2 points, but they're getting building control. They're getting point control. Now, they are getting pushed fairly hard here by the SNIF team, who does have Stairwell as well as behind this Lettuce. Mentality taking a ton of damage, and in fact got taken out from, I believe that was side door push coming in. Now we do see a huge push by the SNIF team, just clearing out that entire side door. Nobody on the SNIF team dead except for Fenrir, it looks like. Looks like they did also take Nyawei out from the back. That's Mo Cheesy taking out Gamble as well. That's a double so far. Can he get another? No, he goes down. Is Steven the Better maybe able to... Yeah, he gets it. He picks that last one up with a Mentality in the back as well. Taking out what Nakame. Is that what he's registered on the yeah, he is. Okay, what Nakame. Ooh, you may be right. There might be one player on the script that's not registering. Something to note about that. You know, I'm actually not sure if that's the, yeah, I'm not sure. There is going to be 2 scripts running, so while he's not registering on this one, the other one might be catching him. We'll check that on halftime, though. We'll see. Ooh, big push here by the osur team. Actually gets shut down as they come in. Ascendance did take out one, though. Oh, but he's going to get taken out here. Nyawei here getting a little damage on Mo Cheesy as he attempts to take the second floor. Oh, but Mo Cheesy getting taken out by like 2 players actually. It was this Fenrir and Yogan coming upstairs. Steven the Better takes one though. Oh, and Ascendance with the crossfire takes him as well. Steven the Better getting a double before he goes down. Big push again by the SNIF team, but actually it's I take that back. The push got stalled a little bit in the back there, so it's only one player now. Gamble just on point. Mentality here to chase out Gamble. He's going to be able to probably easily get this point capped back in his favor. There's only one player on the SNIF team that was capping that back in. Now this is an extremely close match, so that one player not being registered on script is it's a little unfortunate. I do hope that the other script might be registering him at least, or they may also be able to add his score in on halftime as well. I'm not sure exactly what they'll do, but we will see. We'll see. Ooh, that was a Desi kill by Nakame, taking out Sylvanius. Doesn't count for points, but it does take out another player. Gives them a little bit more building control, as you can see here on the bottom floor. SNIF does have control. And they're going for top floor control as well. Smart move. You do want that top floor control. It's extremely important for this map. A regroup here by osur team. Actually, Mentality going straight in, not caring. He's going straight in for this point. He takes out Yogan. He's getting pushed himself, though. He gets taken out. So is that a player over here on about door... What is that, 3? Steven the Better here. Might be able to get one. There he goes. Takes out. Looks like Mo Cheesy, unfortunately, fed on the other stairway. Sylvanius getting taken out, but Gamel also getting taken out, traded out by Steven the Better. Fenrir here might be able to... No, yeah, he does. He takes out Steven the Better. Got dropped, got kind of surprised on that one, too. Steven knew where he was. Fenrir did not. Ended up taking him anyway. Good kill. Let's see if Ascendance can get a good pick going in here. That silenced ghost from all the way in the back. You can't even hear it from this far away. Ooh, Steven the Better getting picked early on this push. But they've taken 2 for 2 so far. Oh, Ascendance goes down, though. The flank from the back by Fenrir is going to make all the difference. There goes another one. So that is continuing. SNIF control. 70 more seconds, rather, until this cap potentially goes through. And that is 10 points if they get the cap, too. Scores right now 39-33 in favor of SNIF. But look at this. osur coming right back inside. Yahweh getting taken out as well. osur getting point control back. Does get picked, though. Look at that. Steven the Better. Picked by Jack. Trying for a second one there, but Sylvania is just covering that too well. This is a smart play, by the way. If you don't know how to sort of cover an angle from a bolter, that actually is exactly what you want to do. You want to pre-fire that corner a little bit longer. Because what ends up happening a lot of the time, for some reason, bolters will just re-peek a corner that's being shot at. I never understood why, but that does happen a lot.
Give it to all.
You just keep shooting, and for some reason, they'll walk into it. Oh, Steven the Better here getting picked off on door 6. Pablo looking to maybe push this by himself. He might be waiting for a friend. Oh, there are some other players over here. Sylvanius and Mo Cheesy ready to go on door 6. Oh, they're catching Fenrir out. That's a good pick there. Now they're just stalled outside right now, and more time on that point by SNIF team. Scores right now 47-39. They're getting a decent-sized lead, even without this cap so far. But there goes oh, another trade there off on the door 5 area. Pablo getting taken out on side door. That's Nakame. Oh, but gets taken out himself. Oh, and there we go. Another pick there. Fenrir taking out Steven the Better. Might see another... SNIF just kind of holding this point. SNIF definitely going for point control more than they are building control, it seems like. Fenrir taking out Mentality. He's going to get a flank onto Pablo here. Oh, but a trade. Very good job by Pablo. Did not let that full take him. Without getting the trade there, that would have been much more dangerous for his team. Sylvanius here about to meet with Gamel. Oh, and he sees him and he takes him. No problem. Then you break the shield all the way. Lots of damage up there on Fenrir, but he actually does back off. But he gets taken out by Pablo, who's on that top floor. Smart play by Pablo, going for that second floor push as his team pushed in from bottom. Now it is going to be SNIF getting regrouped again. They got very close to point cap there. Scores right now 55-47. Still in favor of SNIF by less than 10 points, but still doing good. That's about 8-point difference there. Oh, a push here on stairwell. Yogan going down. Wakame actually taking a double there, I believe it was. But Sylvania's there to trade that out. Nakame here, back in library. Can he get Sylvanus? He does. He takes out Sylvanus. Bottom floor, meanwhile, you hear a bolter battle happening. Ascendant's trying his best. He takes out Jack the... Jack... What was his name? Jack the Crack? Jack the Crack. There we go. I can see it now. It's hard to read the names when they're all transparent on me on the script. Fenrir here holding on point.
Pull it together.
Big push here on that second floor. Fenrir takes out one, though, on an early push. Sylvanus backed him off a bit. Still not dead, though. Meanwhile, Jack the Crack coming up on the top floor. Nawe as well, and Gamel all cross-firing. The second floor push has gone very poorly here for the osur team. They did manage to finally take out Fenrir at least, but mostly all SNIF down here. Or sorry, not SNIF, osur down rather. Ascendant's taking out one. Can he get another? No, he goes down. Nakame taking him out. Ooh, a bit of a risky push there by Yogan. Gets taken out on respawn. Gamel here with a push onto Sylvanus, takes him, and there's the cap. SNIF taking it 70 to 55. I don't believe the score has actually the cap has been added in just yet. So we will I will take a look at that real quick actually. Yeah, cap not included. So it's actually 80 to 55 in favor of SNIF. Ascendant's here, looking for an angle. Can he get one pick here at least for his team? Ooh, Jack the Crack holding on dubs. They do take out Nakame. Trade him out, though. Yogan, Gamel, and it looks like Jack the Crack all on second floor. Very, very strong angles to be. Oh! Jack the Crack getting taken out there by Ascendants. Looks like he might have gotten a body off on Ascendants. Pablo getting taken out on fat doors. Fenrir with a good angle here to flank in if he has to. Doesn't actually... Oh, I take that back. There they are on second floor. That is the osur team starting to take control on second. They've taken Gamel. And they've taken Yahweh as well. Sylvanus went down on this push, though, so it's a 2-for-1. Ascendant's also getting taken out. Jack the Crack.
Not fighting like TR.
He's going to get followed up here. Steven the Better does a little damage to him, but Jack the Crack... oh, actually, that was, I believe, Yogan getting Mochizi. Steven the Better trading with Fenrir. That's actually a good trade. Fenrir's been pretty dangerous this match. And Ascendant's downstairs, looking for Gamel. Gets a body, but gets taken out. Gamel does end up trading out anyway, though. Sylvania still on point. Score is now 91 to 65. The points might have been added in on this one, I think, by this point. So I believe that is accurate. I can check in just a second here. Yes, that is accurate. So this is actually 91 to 66 right now. Yogan here doing a little damage, but he gets taken out himself. Nakame also trying to get away, but gets taken out. Gamel here. Oh, Steven the Better gets another one. Finally, somebody takes him out. Jack the Crack with a corner push. Sylvanus and Pablo still upstairs, though. Map control, not quite, but it is a little bit of a start.
All right, end of round one.
And there is half. Scores right now coming to 95 to 70 in favor of SNIF. They're playing a great game right now. Let's take a look at our individual scores as well. We can see what might be going wrong, what might be going right. So for the SNIF side, we have everybody except for it's Fenrir is registered on here. Again, we need to I think they might have to add him in manually, but they might be able to do that on this half at least. All right. So we have Nakame, actually, looks like. Top frag of the game on the SNIF side. 15 net, 29 kills, 13 deaths. Doing fantastic right now. We're going to keep an eye out for that player. Nyawe as well, close behind. Plus 8 net, 22 kills, 14 deaths. Doing fantastic there on that heavy game. I kind of wish we could see Fenrir, because Fenrir was doing pretty well. I mean, we never saw his scores, but he was doing quite well every push we saw. Jack the Crack also should be noted, plus 4 net, 16 kills, 12 deaths. Doing it very, very good there as well. Yogan is negative 10, and then Egamel is negative 2. Yogan the only one struggling. Egamel doing decently. So not too terribly bad there by the SNIF team. Looking at the osur team, they have their decent players doing right now. Sylvanius at plus 8 net, 20 kills, 13 deaths. That heavy sort of frag power from Sylvanius, somewhat expected. You really do want to be bringing that kind of a player out. Unfortunately, the rest of his heavies, with the exception of Steven the Better, having a bit of a harder time. Steven the Better, however, plus 3 net, 17 kills, 13 deaths, also doing quite well. The rest of those guys, though, all struggling. It is a tough game out there right now. SNIF is playing extremely well, and they have very good crossfires. It seems like a lot of the time. While it doesn't seem like it's map control specifically, it's just those crossfires. Sometimes it's really going in SNIF's favor a lot more often. Ascendant's also plus 3 net, 16 kills, 13 deaths. He's doing decently. It is this is a faster map than I think Ascendance was seen playing on before. So it is a little bit harder to get quite the amount of frags that you can get on something like, say, a Shack Fusion, where you know where people are going to be peeking, when you're going to be going into an area and you're going to be safe. He's getting flanked a lot more often on this one. We were definitely seeing that happen a lot. So he has to basically play this fairly aggressively because of just how this map works. And you can see not able to get quite as many picks because of it, but he's still doing decently. So osur team, struggling a little bit, but they can easily come back from this. Scores right now 95 to 70, so down by not too much. Damage assist wise, both teams coming in fairly close as well, so no real notable difference there. So looking good here so far for both sides. SNIF just getting the better of them in terms of team play and coordination. Crossfire angles, I feel like, is really the big thing. They're definitely getting a lot more crossfires off than the osur team is. They're playing not so much as a ball. It doesn't feel like. It just feels like they're playing some specific players. I think Fenrir, as well as Nakame, playing fairly aggressively. Fenrir, we see him on the flanks. Nakame just chasing people down, absolutely going for him a lot. So good job so far by the SNIF team. We're going to see if they can keep this up on the second half. Corrales in chat for me, looking like Fenrir is about 21 and 16, so that is kind of expected. Looks like Fenrir was doing pretty well. So pretty good actually. So far, SNIF team, if you add in Fenrir's score, they're up even more. So very, very nice job. I think that's what is that? Another 5 points? Is that right? It looks like. So it's looking good. Refs did sub him out though. It looks like. So we'll see a new player come in. Let's go ahead and put you into your in-game screen while we get everything ready to go. Alright, so no subs for the osur side. As we've already stated, the SNIF side is going to be getting a sub here in just a moment. Despite that, even without Fenrir's score in there, they're doing quite well. It's quite impressive. So good on SNIF. So we're just waiting on their next sub to come in. While we're doing that, again, we can talk a little bit more about the differences in size. Not too much, as I've already stated, in terms of differences. But there can be some notable things that can sort of help out osur on this second half. Now, spawn locks don't happen super often on this map because it is such a fast map, and it's sort of hard to do that. One thing to note is that this particular side that osur's on can be used more effectively to spawn lock than their last side, because what you can do is actually hold on something like this, as well as something like this for that side door area, and then the fat doors down here. You can see it does have that crate there, but other than that, there is very little cover here as opposed to the other side. So spawn lock's a little bit more possible. on the side that Osur is on. So if they can get a spawn lock going, that would actually help them immensely. Let's see what I had. All right. So it looks like we're still waiting on... Oh, actually, we might have had our sub come in. It looks like Vault... I want to go with 13. I believe I'm reading the Roman numerals right. Vault 13. So once he comes in, is in Hex, which we should be able to see with the pop tracker there, we will be ready to go. Again, this side here, it's a little bit better for the Osur side if you want to get a spawn lock going, but they do have to actually accomplish building control to do that. That is somewhat hard to do on this map because, again, it is a very fast map. So it looks like everything is ready to go. 47 and 47 on the pop. Should be getting started here any second. Probably going to be doing the next tick, if I were to guess. Now, Fenrir was doing quite well for the SNIF side, so having a sub come in can actually affect, you know, a good amount of the team play, because Fenrir was able to lock down.
1 minute on the next tick.
Fenrir was able to lock down some areas by himself, and he was able to get some pretty good flanks going. So having another player come in, you know, it could actually be detrimental to SNIF. They got to be very careful here, as they don't have that same frag power that Fenrir was bringing in. But we are going to be watching the SNIF team anyway. We're going to see if we have any changes in squad comp, which I don't expect, but if there is,
30.
want to be able to see it. I'm sure the Osur team probably doesn't have any kind of change. I'm sure it's all going to be heavies and ascendants on bolt.
$15. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Round 2 starts.
All right, so let's take a look at our squad comps. It is Ascendants on Bolt for the Osur side, as expected. For the SNIF side, we have Jack the Crack still on Bolt there. No LAs. Not unexpected at all. Now, Nakame should be mentioned. Was top frag of the game in the first half. Let's see if they can keep it going. 1 pick already for Nakame. 2.
Show me what you're made of.
Actually, that was an assist, I believe. Solid push here, though. They're going to be taking out Ascendants. Meanwhile, on this bottom floor here, Steven the Better behind Cabbage. Oh, but he takes out Yogan. Nakame seems to be looking for a push onto him, but gets flanked from behind. Sylvania's taking him out.
Quit in a TR, soldier.
I believe that is Vault there. The Vexel's trying hard on VS. Gamble getting chased outside, but Mentality is punished for it. Yogan also taken out early. This is good for Osur team, actually. They can, if they can keep the SNIF team outside spawn lock, they can get a couple of their points back. Pablo here taking a bit of damage, so he's going to have to back off. But a rotation by Sylvanius might mean that they can continue holding on that fat door. Mochizi also continuing that spawn lock off side door. Well, we do have to worry about Jack the Crack. Ooh, a Desi there takes out Mochizi. No points for it, but it does mean he's gone from the side door. Steven the Better coming in to rotate out. Takes out Gamble. Can he get another?
Show me what you're made of.
He does. He gets another along with Mentality there, just rotating back and forth. Jack the Crack, however, taking out Mentality. Don't know if he knows that Steven the Better is actually in that corner there. We'll see if he pushes in here without checking. Oh, he's not going to push in at all. Okay. Probably a smart play, actually, now that I think about it. Hold on a second. I just realized something. Jack the Crack never gets his shield back. Do you know why? This man is running Carapace Bolter with Resto Kit. I just saw him pop that Resto. That is an interesting combination. I don't think I've ever seen a Bolter play that kind of a combination. Mentality here taking out Vault 13.
There's no quit in a TR, soldier.
Still outside, the SNIF team is. Scores right now starting to get a little bit riskier. Oh, and a drop down by Pablo, who's actually traded in to being in LA now. Takes out Gamel, or at least helps with Gamel. Good distraction there off of side door. Let's see what else is happening on the door 6 area. Yogan here just kind of covering. Jack the Crack. He's got that resto kit popped. It's hilarious. Oh my god, he took one. Jack the Crack taking out Mentality. Meanwhile, Vault 13 over there does die. Just Jack the Crack here. Oh, take that back. He does have his team here with him. Battle here between Jack the Crack, the Carapace Bolter, and Ascendant. Oh, was that a TK? That was not a TK. Actually, Ascendant did manage to take that pick. Very difficult to read that out, unfortunately, but yeah, that was actually a regular pick and pick. A nice double here by Nakame. Does get taken out, though.
Stay alert, enemy heavy nearby. Enemy heavy.
Mentality here getting chased.
Fighting like TR.
Gamel here does take the pick. Now, one thing to note, 45 seconds left until potentially osur gets this cap. They do need to be very careful here, because if osur gets that, that's 10 more points, and it's starting to become another very close one. It's 116 to 99, only up by about 16 points now, actually. Nakame here going for that point neutralization, smart play. Sylvania is getting taken out off of door 1. Sorry, we're kind of missing the action a little bit. It's happening all over the place. Mentality side door down. Looks like we got Nakame and Jack the Crack here off of side door. They're trying to look for an angle in. Conk here. I don't know that that really hit anybody, so nothing really to worry about there. It does look like SNIF is hitting point, though. They do want to get that point control back a little bit in their favor, because right now it's a bit too close for comfort. They do trade 2 for 1, 3 for 1, actually. So they don't have the numbers to push this in. And there goes Vault 13 as well. Last player on side door. 60 seconds now until osur potentially gets this cap. Scores right now are shoring up quite nicely for osur. 123 to 107. Still in favor of SNIF, but potentially not for much longer if this keeps up. They are getting very good at this spawn locking. This is what I was worried about here for the SNIF team. You know, this is something that can absolutely happen. While it's a super symmetrical map, the spawn locks can happen a little bit more effectively on this other side, and osur's definitely taking advantage of it. Jack the Crack trading out with Mo Cheesy. Meanwhile, a big push here happening on that Dubs area and actually gets wiped out. osur maintaining control, scores 126 to 113. And again, 20 more seconds, and this is a super risky area. If osur gets this cap, they're going to be almost shored up here in neutral. 12 more seconds. It's basically got to be a desperation push if they want it. I don't think SNIF is going to go for it. Gamel getting taken out early, trading out with Sylvanius. Yogan also 2 for 1 so far. osur getting the better, and there's the cap for osur. It's not reflected in the score right now, but it is now 127 to 125. Extremely close game. Pablo with a drop down, takes one, but goes down. And another push outside here. osur just continuing to punish SNIF outside the building. They're doing so well right now. They're really shoring this up extremely well, considering how symmetrical this map is. It doesn't play that differently, but they are taking advantage of the very minor differences in this map very well. Steven the Better gets taken out on his spawn lock position. SNIF now coming back inside the building. Oh, was that a flank by Mentality? Takes one, well, he does help with the second, actually. Mo Cheesy there, taking a double. And there goes Nyawe as well. Sylvanius going down. And that is SNIF coming out on top by just a little bit. Scores right now 131 to 130. 132 now to 130. Only 2 points in the lead there for the SNIF team. Mo Cheesy here trying to get another pick. I think he actually might have gotten one. He did. He got one, actually. osur has absolutely shored this back up. This has so far been a crazy comeback, considering Steven the Better getting taken out. Super close quarters fight.
Eyes open, enemy heavy. Spot. Enemy heavy.
Ooh, Gamble getting taken out as well, going a little aggressive there. Osur just staying together quite well, but oh, about to say, Nakame might have gotten a double, but he actually goes down.
Fight is denied.
Vault 13 also getting taken out by Mentality there. Yahweh still in the corner inside, looking for an angle. Scores right now 135 to 138 in favor of Osur right now. I know it's not reflected in the score line right now, but that actually is another 10 points for Osur. In fact, let me just make sure of that real quick, just to make sure we're on the right. As soon as this fight's over, actually. All right, let's take. Okay. Scores have now been adjusted, so these are correct. 138 to 142 in favor of Osur. I think the ref literally just adjusted it for me. Looking very, very good here for the Osur team. They just managed to chip that that lead away until they finally grabbed the lead for themselves. And here we are, both sides. Extremely close game here, only a 5-point difference in favor of Osur, though. Pablo taking out Yahweh with the assistance. Another heavy on the stairwell. What's impressive here is that Osur is essentially spawn-locked out SNIF extremely well, despite how well SNIF was playing in that first half. You know, it just seems like something might have changed here. I'm not sure what. I guess we'll ask the team captain what might have happened to get them to do the spawn lock a lot better. Sylvanius here with a little bit of damage off on Yogan. Actually, he did take out Gamel, and Yogan also getting taken out. Good rotation here by Steven the Better. And now for the spawn push. Steven the Better trading out with Jack the Crack. Sylvanius here. Can he get one? No, he gets taken out on the push, on the aggressive mentality. Also getting taken out, going aggressive. Pablo, can he get one? No, also going down. Good breach there by SNIF.
Spotted a hostile infiltrator.
Not losing too many people. Score is now still 5-point difference, still in favor of Osur by only 5 points. Big regroup here by the Osur team. Mentality going straight in, cutting the pike, but goes down anyway. Nakame taking him out. And the Jack the Frag from the side door back there. Sorry, Jack the Crack. Although Jack the Frag power for sure. He's doing quite well, considering such a strange loadout. I gotta reiterate this. I don't think I've ever seen a bolter play Carapace Resto Kit before. It's working though. It's working for him. He's able to go fairly aggressive here and go toe to toe with some of these heavies sometimes. Yogan getting taken out on that door 6 area, and a big push by Sylvanius as well, taking out Jack the Crack, and there goes Vault 13 as well. Huge push outside the door. That is Osur maintaining control on that spawn lock. Fantastic job so far. Nakame here, just keeping an eye on door 6. Yahweh taking a little bit of damage there, but he does get the spot off on Steven Better. Sylvanius going down. Ascendance, however, outside does manage to take out Vault 13. And a drop down by Pablo takes out Yogan. Can he get another? He gets a second as well. This change with Pablo being in as an LA is really played out extremely well. And another one, a third before going down. This is played extremely well for the Osur side. You know, I did mention that LA is not usually played on this map, but damn if it isn't sometimes effective. We have seen it be effective, but it's just not something that that both teams really, any team really prioritizes a lot of the times. But you know, sometimes it works pretty well. This is clearly one of those times. Yahweh trading out with Sylvanius. It might be time for SNIF to actually call a flex player into that LA role. Because they're giving, it seems like Pablo's just getting too much control over those drop downs. You know, it's not reflected quite in the score, but what is happening here is a lot of the times Pablo's able to just sort of shut down a flank at the very end and actually completely wipe whatever might be happening. And here's Jack the Crack also getting pushed. Oh, but gets punished for it. Pablo finally getting punished for his solo drop. Big push here going into the side door. SNIF looks like mostly winning out here. They only lost Nakame. Scores right now 156 to 174 in favor of Osur by about 20 points right now, by the way. 2 minutes and 30 seconds left in this match. While SNIF can come back, they got to play this extremely well. What they got to do right now is get a spawn lock going and reverse this whole thing against osur. Yahweh taking one. Yahweh getting taken. The problem right now that we're seeing with SNIF is they're not able to get full sort of team cohesion, it feels like. A lot of the times they're just getting people kind of pushing in by themselves, or they're getting shut down before they're able to even regroup. Now, we got Yogan over here. Check the Crack is by himself on the inside. Looks like Nakame also. Oh my god, Nakame actually getting taken out on stairwell over here. Yeah, a lot of by themselves kind of players by SNIF, unfortunately. I think that's not playing super well into their favor. Meanwhile, osur staying pretty well together. A lot. 160 to 184 right now, still in favor of osur, playing quite well. Yahweh going down there to Steven the Better. Ooh, looks like Vault 13 has flexed into the LA role. Unfortunately, went down on his drop down onto Ascendant. Very good shots there by Ascendant. Let's take a look over here on the spawn lock area, where we have Mentality, Sylvanius, and Mo Cheesy over here on door 6. Pablo went down, but it looks like he might have gotten a trade out with Jack the Crack at least. Nakame coming over here. Nakame, very strong player. Let's see if he can do some damage. Takes out Mo Cheesy. Has the flank on Sylvanius. Gets some damage off. Takes out his shield. Steven the Better about to meet with Nakame. Oh my god, so close there. Steven the Better getting away with just a sliver of his health. Jack the Crack also getting taken out upstairs. Pablo there with a double. Beautiful job by Pablo. Oh my, Ascendance with an extremely good flick there. Steven the Better here, looking for another spawn lock. This has really just been kind of a consistent play here for the osur team, staying around the fat doors, keeping them locked down on crossfire angles. Quite good. Pablo and Vault 13 looks like they're about to battle it out. Pablo taking Vault. Good push here, however, by the SNIF team. They're going to take out the fat doors as we round out our match. And there it goes. Scores came out.
End of match. 169 for SNIF, and osur wins with 198. Please come on to the, bring the coaches over to the ref channel, please. Thank you.
All right, so scores as you heard the ref, 169 SNIF, 198 osur. osur coming away with the win. Very nice job here by the osur team. That was extremely well played on that second half. It might have had a little, maybe had a little bit to do with Fenrir getting subbed out. Unfortunately, you know, he was playing pretty well for the SNIF team, and unfortunately, it didn't look like Vault was able to kind of recreate that. So that might have had a bit to do with it. But something else to be noted: osur played extremely well together. They were playing extremely well. You know, just and in terms of team play. So, you know, while you know some players may be an outlier, I think osur overall just did extremely well. They handled that sort of spawn lock so perfectly for the second half. So yeah, no matter who was playing, I think it would have been a very, very rough one there, even if Fenrir was in there. But let's take a look at our individual scores here. We do see Nakame still top frag of the game right now. 22 net score, 53 kills, 27 deaths, 12 damage assists as well. Pretty good. Nakame, we saw a lot of times kind of aggressive pushes, close quarters fighting, winning a lot of those fights. Good on him there. The rest of the players having a harder time. Unfortunately, Yahweh at net 0, but everybody else really struggling there. On the osur side, we do have Sylvanius at plus 17 net, 44 kills, 28 deaths as well. Doing quite well. Steven the Better followed closely behind it. 13 net, 41 kills, 27 deaths. Very nice job there. We did also see Ascendance popping off a lot there. Plus 7 net, 29 kills, 22 deaths. 79% HSR as well. Something to note, so Jack the Crack also has a 92% HSR. Very scary bolters on this particular matchup. Pablo should be noted, he actually changed out to LA, I think halfway through second half. It seemed like it really did help out quite a lot, and while we did just lose the scores, doesn't really matter too much. We did just finish up. Pablo did quite well as well, even though it's not super well reflected in the scoreline. That sort of drop down power was really, really effective for his team. So fairly important team play there. Now, let's take a look who we have here. We have Mentality here and Nyawei. First of all, to the Osur boys, fantastic job. Congratulations on your win. Extremely clutch, in fact, on that second half where, it was kind of anybody's game. Mentality. Your team, you were down by what was it, 15, 20 points or something on that first half. You actually managed to claw your way back. What happened there on that second half that you were able to do that?
We just had a change in game plan, mainly with our play style. We were starting off with 5 heavies that we wanted to try out because we know that seems to be the quote-unquote meta for Rashnu. But then we learned just play our own game. We sent Pablo back to LA, and we started playing together, getting first, one step at a time, working, get control of our home. Okay, now get control of their stairs.
Wake up.
Then push for the spawn camp, sort of just playing those doors, playing aggressive. And once we started playing our game, it just turned right around for us. So props to my guys for staying focused, not getting frustrated in that first half, and really turning it up. So shout out to them.
Yeah, you guys definitely did a very good job clawing your way back on that second half. That really did. That was a spectacular performance. Yahweh, for you guys did fantastic on the first half, actually. We saw a lot of very good team play there going in, and we saw a lot of flanks by players like Fenrir, actually, specifically, and Nakame holding his own as well, doing very, very good. On that first half, it seemed like you guys really did have it together. What ended up happening, though? Because we saw a bit of a drop-off on that second half. Was it communication-based? What seemed to have happened there?
I think just the uniqueness of the situations with Fenrir and his, renaming his account, causing it to not be eligible to be used, which I wasn't aware of yet, but I have now read the rules. And if a character doesn't show on the script, then yeah, they are not counted entirely. So that kind of had us in a bit of shock, because we felt pretty good after the first half. We had the point cap. All of us were holding our own, it felt like, as you kind of pointed out. Woodney and Fenrir, who've played a lot together, in NA pickups even. They just, they play off each other really well, and they were the main guys who put on pressure via flanks and rotated very aggressively, but the rest of us kind of playing more reserved. So when Fenrir essentially got Thanos snapped, that dynamic kind of broke off, and me having to scrambling to find a replacement. And I think that all of that together with Pablo switching and Ascendance picking up, he was the guy whose headshot I felt the most. I think, just turned the tides.
Yeah.
Shout out to Tide.
Definitely a unique situation. Unfortunate that it ended up happening that way. But, like I said, that first half definitely was an extremely good show there, because like I said, you guys played extremely well together. Just a ton of sort of flanks there, like you said, by Fenrir. But man, just super unfortunate there on that sort of sub, I guess, the sub out. But when some lose some, I guess I wish there was another way that could have gone. But you guys did play extremely well anyway. But we do. I want to say we have one more match coming up in about 10 more minutes. So we're going to go ahead and wrap things up here. One more time, and congratulations to Mentality and the Osur team. You guys did phenomenally well, clawing your way back on that second half. That was a very, very good show there. So good job to you guys. We will go ahead and wrap things up here. We're going to get ready for one more match, and that is going to be full v6v6 in about 10 minutes. So. Bye-bye, everybody. We will see you in just a little bit. Bye-bye, everybody. Bye.
GG, Mentality. GG.
Yeah, GG's, guys. That was a lot of fun.